Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I just wanted to come in and run my mouth and talk about some people. All right, so listen, Chance the Rapper. There's a video of him that is making its rounds around the internet. I'm not playing the video because it's not a bad video to me, but I don't like to play with YouTube. I get too many emails from the people talking about this ain't a strike, but girl, that's all right. Girl, that's all right. Just girl, I'll take it out, girl. I don't need no issues from nobody. Um, so I'm not gonna play the video, but what I will do is put the link to the article in the description box, and you can click on that link and watch the video yourself. Okay, but it's basically Chance the Rapper. He's at a carnival. It basically says married Chance the Rapper dances inappropriately with another woman in Jamaica. The video received mixed reactions, with some social media users accusing him of being unfaithful to his wife, Kristen Corley, while others argued that he was simply enjoying his 30th birthday, which was Sunday, during his trip to the island. Many citizens, however, pointed out that letting loose at Carnival, is it Carnival or Carnival? I don't know, is a standard element of cultural celebration and should not be taken so seriously. I have heard that when these things take place, like in Jamaica or Canada. Remember when the Real Housewives of Atlanta went to Canada and they went to one? So I heard that this is not like where these things actually take place, that it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's not that big of a deal to see women walking around pretty much with floss on. It's not that big of a deal to see men walking around with pretty much like a Speedo or like something like a boxer brief. And everybody's just dancing and throwing it back, and girl, you dance, girl, wind it, girl. You know what I'm saying? You do what you do, and then you go to the next person, and you wind it. Then you go. It's almost like musical chairs, but you're just dancing and having a good time. So again, I have heard people say that it's not that big of a deal. All I'm gonna say is this. All I'm gonna say is this. The most important thing is this. If his wife ain't got no problem, then it ain't no problem. And that's really pretty much full stop. If his wife ain't got no problem, then quiet as it's kept. What I say, what you say, what your mama say, what your cousin say, girl, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But I do think about stuff like this. What would happen if his wife was celebrating her 30th birthday and she was out there dressed just like these women are dressed, dancing on these men who are 6'3", girl, BBC down to their kneecaps, and she throwing it back and having a good time? Would I'm not saying Kristen doesn't have, whatever her name is, does have a problem with this, but I'm just saying, like, I just want to know, like, would it be an issue within their household? Hopefully, it's not an issue, because I would hope that Chance is not out here embarrassing his wife. Um, I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I really don't. But I know that if I was in a relationship, I don't think I would care. Because girl, you probably over there, girl, dancing with one of the men, and I'm over here dancing with two of them. So, okay, so we all having a good time, okay? You know what I'm saying? Girl, depending on what I'm feeling like, if I ever get in a relationship, girl, we might all be going home together, okay? No, but I honestly don't think I would have an issue with it because, I mean, I would just look at it as though we're just out here having a good time. Um, would that be something that, would be okay if you were at home in your city at the club and you just happened to look up and saw your man or your woman just throwing it back in the middle of the dance floor? That might be a little different. Some people will say it's the same thing. I honestly don't know. Quite frankly, I really don't care. Because at the end of the day, if the wife really doesn't have an issue with it, then nobody should. I just hope that even if she is okay with him out here in Jamaica or out there in Jamaica doing what he's doing for his 30th birthday, that he would also grant her, give her, allow her, whatever words y'all like to use within y'all relationships, the same courtesy of letting her throw it back on that 6'2", 6'3", 6'5" Mandingo. Because I just say what's good for the goose is good for the gander. But it will be hard for me to believe that Chance. Not to say that she would want to do that, but even if she did want to do that, it would be hard for me to believe that Chance would allow, for lack of a better word, his wife to be out there, girl, throwing it back on some man with a BBC. But it is what it is, girl. Shout out to Chance the Rapper. And girl, quiet as it's kept. Girl, he couldn't even handle that lady. Chance, how big? Because Chance, like, he about 5'7", 133 pounds. Girl, that was a lot of lady. That's a lot of tail. He couldn't even hold on. I mean, girl, he ain't even holding on, girl. I just saw somebody holding his back. Girl. I will say this. I'm going to say this much. I don't see how I could participate in something like this and I'm dancing on men. I don't know if the men dance on the men or if it's just like a straight thing. But I'll just say, if the men are dancing on, I don't see myself doing all of that gyrating and all of that, and then, girl, it not going down by the end of the day. Because, girl, by the end of the day, baby, after a couple of shots of Casamigos and all that gyrating and throwing it back in a circle and all that, girl, in about 4 or 5 hours, honey, I'll be ready to take the little clothes we got on off. Okay? Anyways, child. Damar Hamlin cleared to return to football months after suffering cardiac arrest. So back in January, Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin suffered cardiac arrest while on the field competing against the Cincinnati Bengals. After 3.5 months, he has been officially cleared to make his comeback to football. According to ESPN, the news first announced on Tuesday by Bills general manager Brandon Beane, who shared that Damar visited the last specialist on Friday and was present for voluntary workouts with the Bills this week. He's fully cleared. He's here. And he is in the mindset. He is in a great headspace to come back and make his return. Shortly after, Damar addressed the media himself while thanking the medical staff that has helped him along the way, as well as his coaches and teammates. He said, over these last few months, I've been on a journey, and I've seen some of the top professionals across the country. Their answers to me were pretty much all the same. They were the same. The event was life-changing, but it's not the end of my story. So I'm here to announce that I plan on making a comeback to the NFL. Damar continued to explain that back in January, he suffered from commotio cordis while on the field. He described it as a direct blow at a specific point in your heartbeat that causes cardiac arrest. Girl, I'm gonna say this. I think that people love what they do. And, there are certain jobs out there that people would like die to have. I know there are people out there who just dream of playing football, dream of playing basketball, being a singer. Jobs that a lot of people won't get an opportunity, even if you have been dreaming about it since you were a little boy or a little girl, ever really get to participate or play in. Um, so I can understand how you could probably want something so bad and you're willing to just, you know, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do what I want to do because this is what I love to do. And I've dreamt of this since I was a little boy or a little girl. Girl, I don't want to sound insensitive. I really, really don't. And I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way. Um, but I think that when I think about football, and this is no tea, no shade, because I know a lot of people love football. Men, women, kids, like a lot of people just love football. I'm not necessarily one of those people. And flipping through the TV and football is on, I'm just looking, if they got on some white tights, I might stop and just watch this, watch the show on mute. But I don't really know what be going on. One time I said that, one time I called the New York, I don't even know their names, child. What are they called? The ones, I think I called them. I think the New England Patriots. I call them the New York Patriots, the New York Buffalo Bills. I don't be know what be going on, child. All the time I start talking about sports, if it's a mess happen. Do you hear me? But I'm just not into football like that. I think that I want people that love football, which I know is a lot of you who are probably watching this video, to understand that that is probably one of the most violent sports out there. You literally have 200, 300, maybe even 400-pound men ramming their bodies into each other. So I think that when you choose to pretend as if nothing bad can happen, and then when it does happen, everybody is shocked, I ask the question, what the fuck did you think you were watching? Like, what do you think is going to happen when you see men that have on clothes this thick? Baby, my sweater is probably thicker than the clothes that they have on. And they are running as fast as they can and to each other's bodies. Y'all don't think nobody gonna get, like, y'all don't think nothing? So it's not a shock to me when I heard this story. That sounds about right. Look what they're doing. It's not like they're playing basketball. It's not like they're playing baseball. It's not like they're running track and field. Like, look what they're doing. It's like watching boxing and then confused about why there's so much blood and why somebody's face is swollen. Like, look what they're doing. Like, so all I'm saying is, like, this is what he wants to do. He's a grown man. And again, this is probably something that he has wanted to do or play for a very long time. This might be his only skill. I don't know anything about the man. This might be his only skill. I was thinking about, that's why they always say it's always, you have to have a backup plan. I don't know if I don't watch football, so I know I'm not getting on the field in the first place. So, but shout out to him. That's all I can say, shout out to him. Okay. So, we're going to play this clip. Angry man goes goes on a screaming rant on Florida-bound flight after being agitated about a crying baby. Did that MF pay extra to yell? So let me play this clip, the audio, and then we'll talk.
With a baby in a goddamn echo chamber, and you want to talk to me about being okay, because you're yelling. So is the baby. Okay, so you're a man. Did that motherfucker pay extra to yell? Okay. No. Shut up. Fuck you and shut up. No. You can start to me now. I don't give a f. You were sitting there watching that motherfucker baby cry for 45 something. It had nothing to do with nothing. Okay. Lower that baby's voice. Okay. I did. It's all good. We'll have. I'm sorry, y'all. That's me. I'm sorry. I'm tripping. It's a baby. It's a baby. They put cuffs on that kid. I'm good with going to jail. Nobody put no cuffs on the child. Kid is the same. The kid made. Yes. You are right because nobody was going to do somebody. That's fine. That's fine. I'll take the baby. You have somebody to talk good about it. Good. No good, no problem. I know an attorney just like you, mother. I got rights. Now we work. We had to go through all of that. It's worked out now.
Girl, I ain't got no kids. I don't. I don't want no kids at all. But I am a little amazed at how many people that I saw on It's On Site in the comment section. I also saw this video posted, I think it was on the Shade Room. I was a little astonished at how many people were kind of making jokes. Not necessarily defending the man, but I guess seeing it from his point of view. And the reason why I say that is because there are a lot of grown people out there with kids. I know more people that got kids than don't. Okay? So I was a little confused on the reaction from the comment section because I would think that I feel most grown people have kids. Not all. When I say most, I'm just saying like 51% or more. That's what I'm saying. I feel like most grown people have kids. I'll say a good chunk. I'm not saying 99%. I just explained what I meant by most. So I would think that you would be the first one to understand that. Let me just say this, because I'm tired of trying to be politically correct. If you a grown-ass nigga on a plane and you can't even control your emotions, then what the makes you think that a baby can? You're a grown man who looks like you're every bit of 50 plus, cutting up and acting a fool. But you expect the baby to be in control of his or her or their emotions. I don't understand it. And I don't understand how it's so many of y'all walking around here with kids who know firsthand that sometimes babies cry and you can't do a damn thing about it. No matter if you rock them, hold them, put their face in your titty, cover their face up with a blanket, get up and walk around with them, they just won't cry. You don't know what could have been going on with that baby. That baby could have had a medical condition. What if the baby was sick? What if the baby was dying and nobody knew? Like, there were so many things that could have been happening to that baby that nobody knows about. And because you want to get your black ass on a plane and holler and scream and call the baby mother. Y'all talk about people talking about kids. But I didn't see enough of y'all acting a fool in that comment section. That's why I be saying some of it do be selective outrage. Because when somebody questions your parenting, then you want to scream and talk about my kids. But when people are actually out here talking about the kids, calling the kids MFers, and put some handcuffs on the baby, y'all don't say nothing. Yes. Does a whole bunch of crying get on my nerves? Yes, it does. But bitch, I also know that as a grown-ass man, that's a baby. And that's what babies do. And I also know I can put my AirPods in or my earphones in and try and drown out as much noise as I can. We are around too many babies. Too many babies. I was about to say kids, but we are around too many babies for us not to know how babies operate. I ain't even around babies 24/7. I got 3 nieces, but I ain't around them 24/7. And I know this. So if I know this, then how come the mamas and daddies don't know this? Because I know it's been plenty of nights y'all done set y'all asses up for 6 and 7 hours. I hear too many stories of women crying and depressed because they ain't got no sleep because the baby was up crying all night. Daddy's being dog tired because I've been up all night with his hollering ass baby. But then y'all don't understand how the baby, I just be like, girl, I don't, like sometimes I be like, girl, where do I live? Like this don't, some stuff don't be making sense to me. And then I be thinking like, well, maybe you not making no damn sense. But I'm thinking, no, I feel like I'm making some sense. I feel like I'm making some sense. Again, yes, girl, would a baby screaming for 45 minutes be like, ooh, girl. But I think I have enough grasp on reality to know that, girl, that's a baby. And girl, I'm not going to sit here and do a whole bunch of hollering and cussing on a plane, while we're God knows how, girl, because I guess because what it is, girl, y'all already know, girl, my anxiety be through the roof. I be thinking we gonna die anyways, girl. Do you see how I took a real left turn real fast? God be already thinking I'm gonna die. God be thinking, girl, we gonna have a wreck in the sky. Girl, I be thinking, girl, it's a plane coming towards us and they don't know the plane coming and we just gonna die. It's gonna be a head-on collision, child. So the last thing I be worried about is some hollering ass baby. I'm just trying to get to DC and girl, pussy pop on the handstand. That's it. Girl, I'm just trying to get to Miami and fuck somebody's man. And then come back to Houston like I ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing. Not really, but I'm just playing. Kind of. I be cracking myself. I'm just playing for real, though. But anyway, I just wanted to say that. Shame on y'all. Shame on all y'all. Because I know some of y'all that come in, I know some of y'all right now who about to say, well, right now, I don't care what you say, I would have did the same thing. Girl, I guess, girl. Y'all can't go nowhere with me acting like that. Oh, child. NFL star Jalen Hurts confirms he's in a relationship with a rumored girlfriend, Brianna Burrows.
It was life-changing.
He says, let me turn that off. Fresh off the heels of becoming the highest paid football player in NFL history, the Philadelphia Eagles quarterback has also confirmed he's in a committed relationship. Reportedly, the 24-year-old discussed his romantic relationship during a recent profile interview with Essence. Speaking about his girlfriend, Brianna Burrows, Hurts reportedly stated, I'm not married or anything like that, but I am spoken for. Sharing a little more, the professional athlete said he's known about his feelings for Burrows for quite some time. I knew a long time ago, to this point in my life, that it's an irreplaceable feeling. I think that's what allowed us to get to where we are now. Speculations that Hurts may be a taken man began after Burrows joined him on the field earlier this year. I was in the comment section. I put love is love. Let me just say this. I 100%, 110% well, it ain't enough for me to be okay with. But I'm actually an advocate for like interracial relationships. Girl, if you're looking for a partner and you're not finding what you need within the community that you're looking for, nigga, you might have to just venture out. That's all I'm saying. So if you're looking for a black man and the black man not giving you what you need, nigga, you might have to go look over here to Aladdin them. Or John. Or Jesus and girl, Maria, whoever. Suave, Antonio. So I'm down for all that. But this is what I put. Love is love. But I'm just happy she's black. Because I definitely thought he was or would be with a white woman. No shades to the white girls. I'm just saying. And then some black dude hit me back. But this is what I don't like about y'all. Because I responded. But I couldn't respond because you don't let people at you back. Punk. Why and how does anyone make that assumption? Sound like a white person assuming black people are criminals. Don't ever, and this is for everybody out there, don't at me. Because sometimes I don't even be caring, because once I say what I say, girl, I'm done with it. But don't at me, and then when I try to at you back, girl, I can't respond. Anyways, someone else put, why most famous black American athletes are married to black American women. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm not saying that all the black athletes are married to white women, but I don't think that it's too far-fetched that when we do see girl and when he get on, he leave your ass for a white girl. I don't think it's too far-fetched that when these men do, girl, we're not gonna sit here and act like we don't see these black men, these athletes, girl, with a white wife. Girl, if that's what you want, that's what you want. But I'm just saying we're not gonna sit here and act like we don't see it. That's all I'm saying. That's it. So I did assume. I just assumed he was with a white girl, or if he was, either he was gonna be with a white girl, or either he was already with one. So when I saw she was a black girl, I said, "Oh, well, I eat crow today." I said, "I would eat crow today." I said, "Shout out to her." And he fine as hell too. I ain't want to say nothing because I don't be want to disrespect y'all men like that. But Jalen is fine as hell. I was all on his Instagram. Let's go to his Instagram real fast. Let me see something. Yeah, he fine. Yeah, he fine. I know that's right. Let me see how old he is. Because he don't look like he too old, though. I be liking him, girl, 40, 50. Oh, girl. Oh, he from Houston? I didn't know that. Oh, girl, he's 24. That's too young for me. I mean, 24. Because he is fine. I might do a little drive-by. Okay. Okay, Mr. Jalen. I'm going to call you Mister. With all that goddamn money you got, okay? Anyway, shout out to Mr. Jalen. And shout out to that black queen, okay? Anyways, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.